The next exercise we're going to do is called toe tapping. You can do this on your stairs, but for those of you who don't have some stairs, you can do it in your kitchen. I'll show you how. So if you find a nice big book, it's got to be a nice good width. Place it on the floor, push it up against the solid surface, and this means you can hold on to a solid surface while doing this exercise. So we're going to start off by holding onto the solid surface, tapping our toes on the edge of the book. So we're going to do this for 2 minutes. And I want just a light touch. I don't want you putting your weight onto the book. You probably don't want to damage your book either. Try and look up while you do it, once you know where the book is on the floor. And have a nice pace. You can get a little bit tired with this one, so don't go too quickly, you might puff yourself out. If you find this relatively quite easy for you, try take one hand off the surface. Keep looking up. And I want to make sure that you get a good lift off with that foot. I don't want you kicking the book either. You can even step back a little bit so you're having to extend your leg more. That also makes you work a little bit harder. Now there's one more progression to this. If you're feeling quite steady, you can try no hands, but I want your hands out, just in case you lose your balance, just to be steady. Again, as I mentioned, you can do this on your stairs, but your step might be a little bit higher. If you need a break, don't worry, you can pause the DVD, but keep going if you can. Okay, and stop. Well done. The next exercise we're going to do is a reaching exercise. The best place probably to do this is your kitchen, because we have a nice solid surface and we're going to be reaching up. I'm also going to be reaching down to the floor and side to side. So we're going to start off with our hands on our surface. Make sure you're nice and steady, and to start off with, probably have your feet apart, just so you have a more solid surface to work on. Okay, so what we're going to do is reach up, maybe for those can of beans, come back down, hand back on the solid surface, reaching up to the other side. Now we're going to reach down to the floor. And the other side, you can have a clean if you want while you're down here. And then reaching out to one side. Imagine you're getting stuff out the cupboards. Okay, and again, reaching up. Make sure you're keeping your hands back on the surface when you come back, down to the floor. If you struggle, you can just reach down as far as you can, out to the side, and to the other side. And keep going. This is really good to practice transferring weight from foot to foot. If you don't feel steady enough to go up on your toes, just keep your feet flat on the floor. But a way we can make this a little bit harder is what we can do is we can put our feet slightly close together. This just gives us a smaller base of support to work on. Also, reaching down does work your legs a little bit as well. And again, reach up. Try and go up on your toes a little bit if you're steady enough. And down. And side. This is quite relevant day-to-day activity, especially cleaning up, getting things off the floor. And try and reach out as far as you can. You've got to test your balance, but not so much that you feel unsteady. A few more. And if you're able to, you can try no hands, but you need to be very steady to do this because it's quite tricky. If this is too hard, keep holding on. Better to be safe. Last one, side to side. Hands back on the surface. Well done.